Hey there, it's Drew with FranChoice. Hey, I'm out here just taking my dog for a walk, and I just finished up a podcast with, I was on a podcast with folks talking about career change, and specifically what I was brought on to talk about was the different options that people have to start their own business. So what I thought I could do was kind of summarize what we talked about, and there were three main options that we focused on. Starting a business from scratch and kind of who that's a fit for, purchasing an existing business, who that's a fit for, and then the idea of investing in a franchise. So as we kind of go through this, I'll just kind of start chatting and talking to you about those different options. So the first business option is to start a business from scratch, where you have an idea and you want to implement it and build it. That option is really a good fit for folks who are kind of these true-blooded, entrepreneurs, the trailblazers, people who just love to build something from scratch and create and then implement, right? And so that option, has a tremendous upside. It also comes with the highest risk of the three. You're responsible for doing everything yourself versus just having to figure it all out. So as you scale the business, you layer in the processes, the procedures, and whatnot, and you're kind of there to do it all yourself. And so, like, for folks who are really just kind of have that trailblazing mentality and mindset, that option's a really good fit for them. The other option is to buy an existing business, right? And this is one of those options where most people think is kind of the safest bet, right? Like, hey, I'm going to buy an existing business that somebody else built, and there's going to be cash flow, and so with that cash flow, it makes people feel more comfortable because they're walking into an income stream. Well, that could be the case, but for first-time business owners, a lot of times buying an existing business is extremely complicated. So if you've never really done a lot of due diligence, or you don't know what EBITDA means, buying an existing business is something that's going to really test your comfort zone, because at the end of the day, there's a whole game that we all play in the small business world, which is to minimize our taxable income, right, and to do it legally. So when you're doing due diligence on an existing business, what you want to do is you really want to figure out what the discretionary cash flow of that business really is. And everybody's going to kind of have a little bit of a different opinion in terms of what's an operational expense versus what might not be. And so when you're doing your due diligence, right, you're going to pay a premium based on what the cash flow of that business is after you do your due diligence and stuff. And it's a complicated thing. You've got accountants, you're tying stuff out to tax returns. There's a whole game to play, and it's an expensive one, right? It's the most expensive option with the least amount of upside, because you're buying an existing business. How much additional growth is there? You're paying a huge premium for the cash flow sorry, this guy's weed whacking here. I'm gonna hang out a little bit, but you're paying a huge premium for something that somebody else has built, and good for them. Like, they should be getting a big premium for it, but how much cash is left over after you properly fund the business? If you're taking out a loan, those loan payments are going to eat into the cash flow. So what you're paying the premium for, maybe the cash flow is not there. There's so many factors that go into it, which makes it very complicated, right? So for a first-time business owner who is thinking about opening their own business, that one is going to be, maybe test the comfort zone and stuff. So that's where, with a franchise and the idea of investing in a franchise, what you get is the opportunity to have a tremendous upside and mitigate your risk, because you are investing in a business that somebody else has proven and built out, right? So when you do this, when you invest in a franchise, there's a tremendous amount of diligence that you can do, because franchises are regulated by the Federal Trade Commission. So there's information they have to provide to you in a franchise disclosure document. There's resources for additional resources where you can talk to franchisees and stuff, and actually get a sense for the people that are living and breathing this business every single day, and do you identify with them or not? But most importantly, you know, who invests in franchises and goes off to be successful and you know, make the money they want to make and be happy. You know, it's people who have a burning desire to own their own business. They have the motivation, they have the passion. For whatever reason, they just haven't found the fit in their career yet. You know, maybe they've been laid off, whatever it may be, but they have the motivation, they have the ambition, they have the energy, but they don't have the idea. And they are willing to invest in a proven business model that after a bunch of research and due diligence, they can make their own decision to determine if it's a fit or not. But you know, when the people that I see that go on to be the happiest and most profitable franchise owners are those who really are the ones that are you know, they have that motivation, they have that energy, and a lot of them come from the corporate world, and they're corporate refugees, right? They've kind of had a lot in business and stuff. So, anyways, just wanted to kind of share some of that with you. It was a key topic that was talked about. Hi. And so, anyways, hope you guys find this helpful. Keep the comments coming, and I'll keep making these videos.